Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Bienvenido. Namaste. Aloha and pura vida. We are doing a filmed Dharma talk, which is something we've not done before. We did a partial one at my house a week or so ago. You can thank Sharon for this. She's going to share with everybody. And Benson, who is a videographer. Manuel is here, and only two people, and we are at a distance of a good 10 feet. So we are in accordance with the COVID-19 recommendations for safety. And we just want to stay in touch during this time period. So this is a wonderful way to do it, and we'll see how it works out. So we're going to do this exactly the way we do a regular talk. And we'll start with a mindfulness meditation for 8 minutes. And I was going to do, and I may still do it, most of our talk on the fact that this is a period in time when it is really important to work with our interior. We've got a chance. This is almost an opportunity to stay at home and be with ourselves and work on things we need to work on, transitioning from an outside constant activity to an interior self. Okay, so your posture when you have a meditation like this is designed just simply to be balanced. You can meditate anywhere, anytime. The posture is not essential. You can meditate while you're driving a car. Well, you shouldn't do that. But anyway, while you're sitting in traffic or what have you. But the idea is that you don't have to be distracted by your body for the period of time that you're going from outlook to insight. You want your body to be there, be stable, centered, and then you move into stillness. And if your body's not balanced, it's hard to sit still. If you slouch, you get uncomfortable. So it's to be centered, spine straight, top of the head like going to the sky, fanny to the earth. Put your hands where they're comfortable, either in your lap or on your knees. As I've said before, there's quite a different feeling if you turn your palms up, which is very open and receptive, or if you're feeling anxious, put them palms down with just a light pressure. This gives you a sense of comfort and stability that you don't have otherwise. So we're going to enter into stillness, balance, silence for 8 minutes. Now, there was conversation about doing the silent meditation. You don't want to have that on the film, that perhaps you could put pictures with it. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is that for mindfulness of breathing meditation, as taught by the Buddha, you don't want external anything. You are transitioning from out there to in here. The landscape you want is what is within you. So you can have meditations with music, with visuals, with, chanting, anything. But this meditation is insight meditation, concentration meditation, and you simply are moving within. So if Sharon's going to hit the dinger for us, we'll do 8 minutes of silence. Enjoy. I don't have any words of wisdom. We all know what the situation is. I do have some memories. When I was a little girl, before any of you probably were born, we had quarantines. And I vividly remember the genuine panic when there were epidemics of polio. Everything shut down. Everything. We didn't go out. We weren't allowed to play. Nobody went anywhere. And I had measles, and my family was quarantined. My brother and sister had smallpox, and we all were quarantined. I don't know when they stopped quarantines, but this was days before vaccines. And another thing I remember was a huge hotel near our home. It had a big veranda, and there were epidemics of tuberculosis. And the hotels would shut down as hotels, and the one near us was the one I did see. And on their big broad veranda, they had put hospital beds. So this is the idea of epidemics and pandemics is nothing new. A book I would recommend, if you haven't read it already, is one called The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, Lacks. She is the woman who is at the basis of all vaccines, because they had never been able to develop cells that would live long enough to work with them. And she was dying of cervical cancer, and for some reason they did the ordinary test to check her cells, and her cells not only were viable and did not die, they were profligate. So it's a story of medical ethics, and it also is a bit of history about vaccines and epidemics and such as that. So, you know, everything old is new again. And everything that seems like it's changing is changing, because change is inevitable. But it's really something that in one way or another has been before. This one is ugly. And when we had our last meeting and our last talk, I still was of a mind, you know, that it was something that as long as we were outdoors and, you know, just took general precautions, it'd be all right. But this one is very, very sneaky. And it could get out of hand really fast. So it's a good thing that we're all staying home. I would suggest that you use your Dharma now as where it genuinely is a practice. So if you tend to be grumpy or mean or just short-tempered, and maybe you need to practice loving kindness while you have the chance. This is a really great opportunity to practice. We talked about that earlier. Everything's an opportunity to practice. If you're moody and all that stuff, sit down and think about yourself. Because now it's time to really be concerned about people who can't get away from us. And that's really the whole world. That's everybody, one way or another. So loving kindness, always in fashion. Let people know that you love them. It's a good time to sit down and maybe actually write a few letters to people that you haven't had the time to correspond with before. But primarily with the people that you are stuck with for this period of time, that are stuck with you. Be kind. Be generous. Be loving. Be present. Make the most of this time together, because it's going to roll by and then it'll go to something else. So as I say, I don't have any great words of wisdom, except that the Dharma comes in very handy in times like this. It's good to remember that everything has an expiration date, that everything changes, that this too shall pass, and that we should take the middle way. Don't panic on the one hand and don't be reckless on the other hand. Go the sensible, be sensible now, and just do the best you can. And be prepared in your mind for a long haul, because I think that the main part of this is going to pass, and then there are going to be repercussions for a long time. So it's a good time if you have any long-term spiritual concerns. This is a really good time to start grounding yourself in. We're going to pause in our ongoing conversation here. And so we're going to end with a metta, which is what we end with in all of our talks. It's loving kindness meditation. Everyone in this group knows it by heart. The main thing is that we can meet almost any challenge if we keep an open heart, an open mind, and realize that love is the truth at the heart of creation. And there's no one in our group for sure that can't meet the challenges of this virus and of all the changes that are coming. But now, for today, we're going to stop, and we're going to stop with our metta. And so everybody get comfortable wherever you may be. Sit in a meditative posture. Shut your eyes. And repeat after me. We're going to do our 5 people. The first person is ourself. May I be well. May no harm come to me. May I live with ease, calm, and peaceful. May I be happy. And now, bring to mind someone you love very much. Perhaps someone that you're going to miss seeing, or someone that you are seeing every day. Say to them with a smile, may you be well. May no harm come to you. May you live with ease, calm and peaceful. May you be happy. And now bring to mind your neutral person, someone with whom you have a passing acquaintanceship. In these days of quarantining, we're not seeing so many of our neutral people. But think of one that you're fond of, just from old time's sake. If you don't know his or her name, address them as friend. May you be well. May no harm come to you. May you live with ease, calm and peaceful. May you be happy. And now, waving goodbye to our neutral person, bring to mind someone with whom you're in conflict. It's time, at this time, to let go of old problems, old stories, old grudges. Maybe this is the best time to do loving kindness for those with whom we are in conflict. So bring them to mind, look at them, and with all the genuine sincerity you can muster, say, may you be well. May no harm come to you. May you live with ease, calm and peaceful. May you be happy. Now releasing them, put your hands over your heart. The only part of us is big enough in our symbolism to embrace all sentient beings everywhere. All 7.5 billion of us on this planet, and we don't know how many others. And right now, because of this virus, we are globally all in this together. Now repeat after me to all of them. May all beings everywhere, on this plane and all other planes, be well. May all beings everywhere be safe. May all beings everywhere be free from suffering. May all beings everywhere be happy. And letting these feelings of unconditional goodwill and friendship and love sink in. Release your hands. Put your palms together, and we'll say our little benediction. Go in peace. Go making peace. Living gently. Loving mightily. And bowing to the mysteries. Until next time, namaste. And pura vida too.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear.